10. Alexander Isak, Newcastle, down arrow. Isak managed to justify his club record £63 million, $77 million, price tag in his debut season at Newcastle despite missing a total of 16 games through injury, and has now established himself as the most dangerous player in Eddie Howe's squad. The Magpies have had a mixed start to the 2023-24 campaign, but Isak has scored 7 in 9 games, including a brilliant brace in a 5-1 victory over Aston Villa on the opening weekend. A groin issue saw Isak sit out 3 games between October and November, but he returned with another trademark goal in Newcastle's thumping victory over Chelsea at the weekend. The languid Swede is electrifying with the ball at his feet and has the ability to find the net from any angle, which makes him a nightmare for defenders. Newcastle have every chance of pushing for another top 4 finish if Isak stays fit, and he still has plenty of potential left to unlock at just 24 years of age.
William Saliba. Arsenal are back at the Premier League summit. And this time they may just have the staying power with Saliba firing on cylinders in the heart of the defense. The Frenchman was in the treatment room for the business end of the 2022-23 campaign, and the Gunners fell apart in his absence. But he has returned in better shape than ever before. Arteta's side have only shipped 10 goals so far this term, the best record in the division, and Saliba deserves most of the credit. The 22-year-old is a master when it comes to timing tackles, and his composure on the ball helps Arsenal turn defense to attack within the blink of an eye. The Gunners are leaving no stone unturned in their bid to knock City off their perch. But no one is more important to the collective cause than Saliba, who must be wrapped in cotton wool between matches.
Jeremy Doku. Pep Guardiola has done it again. The City boss was able to close a £51 million, $65 million deal for Doku in August, and the former Rennes winger has since made the transition from League One to the Premier League. Look, easy. Jack Grealish was one of the standout players during City's run to the treble in 2022-23, but his place is now under serious threat after the emergence of Doku, who has scored twice and set up another 6 in his first 10 top-flight outings. The electrifying Belgian racked up 5 goal involvements in City's 6-1 rout of Bournemouth on November 4th to earn a place in the Premier League record books, and there will be plenty more to come. Doku is quick, strong and unpredictable, with the end product to match his guile on the ball, and at just 21 years old it's frightening to imagine how far he could go with Guardiola carefully managing his development. Rodri. Manchester City. Rodri's status as the best defensive midfielder in Europe is unquestionable. The Spaniard was the driving force behind City's run to the treble, and even scored the winner in the Champions League final. The 27-year-old looks as motivated as ever in 2023-24 too, with his tenacity and energy setting the tone for City amid their pursuit of even more silverware. Guardiola initially brought in Rodri as a successor to Fernandinho, but he must now be classed as a huge upgrade on the Brazilian. The former Atletico Madrid man has no flaws in his game, and City suffer when he is absent, as illustrated already this season. Rodri picked up a silly red card in City's September win over Nottingham Forest, and they slumped to back-to-back league defeats against Wolves and Arsenal without their star midfielder. He returned to inspire a much-needed victories over Brighton, Manchester United and Bournemouth, though, and his presence alone usually elevates the champions to a higher level than their rivals. Bukayo Saka. Arsenal. Saka deservedly scooped the 2022-23 PFA Young Player of the Year award after spearheading Arsenal's surprise title charge, and is now aiming to go one better. Mikel Arteta's men haven't been at their best quite yet, but have returned to the top of the league after developing the useful habit of grinding out results, with Saka proving to be the difference maker once more. The 22-year-old can score from any angle and has the creative qualities to open up defences in the blink of an eye, which is why he already has 9 goal contributions to his name this season. Arteta appears to be running the risk of overworking Saka but Arsenal have become reliant on his brilliance in the final third, and he won't want to miss a single minute. Soccer has the mentality of a top player, and will stop at nothing to deliver some tangible success at the Emirates Stadium. Julian Alvarez, Manchester City. Julian Alvarez managed 17 goals in just 23 starts for City last term, but his contribution for the treble winners ultimately went under the radar because of Haaland's record-breaking exploits. This season, the dynamic is different, with Alvarez now playing in a central position behind Haaland, and the role change has reaped immediate rewards. The Argentine has weighed in with 4 goals and 4 assists, having stepped up to shoulder the creative burden in the team after the loss of De Bruyne to injury. It should come as little surprise given Alvarez served as Lionel Messi's right-hand man at the 2022 World Cup. But Haaland also appears to be even more dangerous, with the 23-year-old backing him up. Ollie Watkins, Aston Villa. Watkins has been Villa's main source of goals since his arrival at the club in 2020, and bagged 15 during the club's run to a top 7 finish last season. But he is now taking his game to new heights under Emery. The 27-year-old has scored 7 goals and set up another 5 for his teammates, while striking up an instant rapport with summer signing Moussa Diaby, with his standout display coming in a thumping 6-1 win over Brighton at Villa Park. The Seagulls were powerless to stop Watkins that day as he scored a stunning hat-trick, and he's kept up his rich vein of form by scoring in subsequent victories over West Ham, Fulham and Tottenham. Villa are only 2 points behind leader City, thanks to Watkins' ruthlessness in the final third, and they may just be able to stake a genuine claim as title contenders if he continues to deliver the goods. Declan Rice, Arsenal. Arsenal's club record £105 million, $131 million, signing Declan Rice, has been its instant hit since swapping West Ham for the bright lights at the Emirates Stadium. Having opted for a move across London, instead of joining up with Guardiola's winning machine at City, Rice is already the first name Arteta's team sheet, and endeared himself to supporters with a crucial late goal for the Gunners that set them on their way to a home win over Manchester United in August. The 24-year-old is unmatched when it comes to ball recoveries and interceptions, but he also carries a real threat going forward, as evidenced by his stunning 40-yard effort against Chelsea at Stamford Bridge in tight games. Rice is the one who pulls Arteta's team up to a higher level, and his infectious energy could well carry Arsenal to a first Premier League crown since 2023-04. Mohamed Salah, Liverpool. Salah's status as a Liverpool legend has long been secured, and he proved his loyalty to the club beyond all reasonable doubt when Al Ittihad came calling in. The summer window, a lucrative move to Saudi Arabia, was on the table, but Salah stayed put, and has since shown his unique value to Klopp's side once again. Liverpool haven't clicked into top gear just yet, but they have still picked up 28 points from a possible 39, with Salah recording 10 goals and 5 assists along the way. The 31-year-old looks as sharp as ever, and will be backing himself to beat Haaland to the Golden Boot. Salah's main focus, however, will be locked on winning a second Premier League winners' medal, which would cement his status among the greatest players to ever grace English football. Even on quiet days, he can still be the difference maker, as proven by his assist for Trent Alexander-Arnold against City. And if the Reds can stay on the champions' coattails, Salah might just give them the edge down the finishing straight. Erling Haaland, Manchester City. At this point, we've run out of superlatives for Haaland. He made a mockery of Premier League defences in his first year at City, and he will stop at nothing to win his second successive Golden Boot. Haaland is up to 14 goals after the first 4 months of the campaign, with his latest effort coming in City's draw against Liverpool. He only needed a sniff of goal to punish the Reds, as he became the quickest ever player to reach 50 Premier League goals in just his 48th appearance in the competition. Even when he's on the periphery of games, City can always rely on Haaland to be in the right place at the right time. which is why he's the best striker of his generation, and when Guardiola's side inevitably up their game as second half of the season. Haaland's prolific scoring rate will also skyrocket once more, because there is simply no stopping the Norwegian Terminator